Yon, mabuhay mga kakampi. Ako ang inyong kakampi na si Puting Pinoy. Appear tayo. Upsh! At siyempre, huwag kalimutan na sampadin ang like at sampadin ang kampana. Ngayon, mga kakampi, may special guest tayo ngayon. Isa siya sa mga kakampi dito sa channel ko. At ang pangalan niya ay si Jerry Singh. Tama po ba ang pagbihas ko, kakampi? Yon.
Yeah, Jerry.
Ayos. So, ngayon, ang gagawin natin ay tatalakayin natin yung recent na nangyari tungkol sa Miss Canada. Yung mga racist comments na narinig natin or nakita natin sa kanyang profile na nangyari. But may disclaimer po tayo mga kakampi at siguro i-share ko ito isa pang beses mamaya, is this is not to generalize Pinoys. Hindi po natin nilalahat ang mga Pinoy dito. At ang pakiusap namin ay pakinggan na lang yung mga kwento namin ng mga buhay namin muna. And later we can get into more in-depth conversations. Ngayon, ang mga tatalakayin natin ay racist comments against Miss Canada. The take ni pageant mate na si Miss Philippines, si Rabia Mateo, the controversy of the designer na nabanggit ng ilan sa mga commenter netizens, comments towards isang YouTuber that I think is very underrated and undervalued na si Mimi Felicia. Titingnan natin yung kanyang channel at ganoon din, ikikwento namin yung mga personal experiences namin. Nakikadanas kaya kami ng racism dito sa Pilipinas. Yan ang mga tatalakayin natin. At bago niyon mga kakampi, itong intro natin.
Mabuhay kayo! Paki-subscribe at sampalin ang kampana.
Ayos mga kakampi. So, we're going to go ahead and start by first a quick shout out sa mga channel members natin. Let me go ahead and bring that up. Saglit. Okay. Here we go. So yun, maraming salamat kina kakampi Nurse Candy, Shira Joy Casamayor, Cherilyn Gunda, and Wellboy TV. Kung gusto nyo mga kakampi suportahan ang channel, isang pamamaraan na pwede mong gawin yan ay may join button dito sa tabi ng subscribe button. Pakisampalin nyo yan and may mga iba't ibang options kung gusto nyong suportahan ng channel with whatever financial you would like to. Alright. At ngayon, actually Jerry, pwede mo bang ikwento like kahit mga 30 seconds tungkol sa sarili mo?
Regarding sa akin, sa mga actually nag-start yung bullying sa akin from sa school pa eh. Elementary ako, Bombay, 5-6, ganun, mga ano. Tapos lumala siya nung 9/11, naging Bin Laden, Al-Qaeda, mga ganun. Like you're a terrorist. Yeah, yung mga ganung brandings. Those actually started yung mga yun yung pinaka mas masasakit na yung mga ano, mas offensive na talaga. Yeah.
Yes. And ano pala ang background mo, kakampi?
Ako, I'm an Indian national, but I'm born in the Philippines.
Okay, so halos buong buhay mo nakatira ka dito sa Pilipinas?
34 years. I'm 34 years old. So, ever since I've lived here.
Wow. So, talagang Pinoy na Pinoy ka, hindi lang sa dugo. Lumaki ka talaga dito.
Hindi lang sa mukha. Hindi lang sa mukha.
Oo. Yeah, pero biruhin natin mga kakampi, kung hindi natin nakita yung mukha ni Kakampi Jerry, Pinoy na Pinoy talaga, no? So, ito, sasabihin ko, ulitin ko isa pang beses para sa mga bago sumasali dito sa chat. And then kung mayroon man mga tao na mag-comment sila mamaya ng don't generalize, please, magbigay kayo ng paalala sa kanila that this is our disclaimer. Hindi po namin nilalahat ang mga Pinoy. Pakiusap lang namin na pakinggan na lang ninyo yung mga kwento namin. Kung ano ba ang naging karanasan namin para masaya, no? Okay. So, ngayon, we're going to go ahead and discuss first kung ano ba yung post. Ano ba yung post na ito na ibinahagi, pinapakalat sa internet? So, ito. Yung Miss Universe contestant na si Nova Stevens, isa siyang black person from Canada at siya yung representative of Canada at nakaraang araw nag-share siya ng mga ganitong comments na natanggap niya sa kanyang page. Mga sadly, mga racist comments, katakot, and words. Akala ko ang kanto. Overwell done ang chicken, charged sa grillman, tostado na nga, nasunog pa. Hindi sa hinuhusgahan ko, pero natatakot ako sa kanya promise, parang hindi siya tao. Okay, so I think, how about you, Kakampi? Like, I think even this one, right? Yung pakikasabi na I'm not judging.
Yeah.
Yung pakikasabi, not to be racist, but, diba, like you always know na may racist na darating. Diba?
Yeah. Actually, I'm not gonna talk about other people. Let's talk about these people na nag-comment. Sobrang below the belt yung ginawa nila.
Tama.
We don't know kung ano yung kasi ang experience ng isang tao, kung ano yung pinagdadaanan niya. Now, may kasabihan nga tayo na if you can't say anything good, just keep it to yourself.
Tama.
Because words can be weapon.
Tama.
Yeah. It can be a dagger that can actually wound or even cause harm to someone. Or it can be flower that will make anyone feel good.
Tama.
It will depend on how you use it.
Tama.
So if you're gonna use it this way, then that's so insensitive. And let's learn to show some empathy naman towards another person because lahat tayo tao.
Tama. At gusto ko yung sinabi, basahin muna natin ito, yung sinabi niya. Here we go again. I've been receiving this picture in my inbox a lot lately. With all that has been going on in the world of Black Lives Matter, Asians are human, you would think this would bring us together. Diba, maraming nangyayari ngayon sa buong mundo na yung mga Asian ay binabatikos dahil Asian sila at hinuhusgahan at diba, maraming nalalait.
Yeah.
And that's racist, right?
Yeah.
So, sana may solidarity. Sana makakaisa yung mga tao, diba? Instead, looks like some people are still stuck in their ignorant and racist ideologies. I'm really disappointed with some pageant fans from certain countries. Your hate takes away the fun and enjoyment from this once-in-a-lifetime experience. Is it really that difficult to spread love instead of hate? No one is saying you have to support all contestants. All we're saying is that you support your delegate without bringing others down. You don't need to dim someone's light in order for you to shine. The world is evolving. People are realizing that beauty is not exclusive to one specific group of people. The definition of beauty applies to all. Because beauty can be seen in different shapes, shades, and sizes. Please see the beauty in this world. We don't need to look the same. We just need to treat each other the same. Diba?
Yeah. Actually, everyone is saying all Black Lives Matter, Asian Lives Matter, all lives matter. Sa totoo lang, all lives matter. Kaso, ang nagiging problem kasi is we can't shout injustice while we are doing injustice ourselves. That is hypocrisy.
Tama.
We are being hypocrites because we should practice what we preach. If you want equality, you should be equal to others. You should equal respect for other people. regardless of race, regardless of color, whatever it is, these are all just boundaries created by us.
Sa tingin mo, Kakampi, kinakailangan ba maging isang masamang tao o hindi mabait na tao para maging racist? Or para makaroon, kahit hindi buo na racist, kundi may mga sinasabi kung minsan na may paka-racism. Sa tingin mo, kinakailangan ba na masamang tao or masungit?
Hindi naman siguro in my opinion kasi sometimes meron lang tayo minsan nagiging insensitive tayo without us being aware that we are actually being insensitive. Sometimes may mga tao na I've experienced parang nagbibiro lang ganun. They will treat it like a joke. But like I said, let's yung practice natin yung pagiging sensitive.
Tama. And may tinatawag na cultural sensitivity or cultural humility.
Yeah.
Ang ibig sabihin ng cultural humility, actually, I'm going to bring that one up for later. We'll discuss that word, that concept a little later. Actually, let's actually see here. No, actually, I'll bring it up later. But the basic idea of cultural humility is willing tayo na matuto, na hindi natin alam ang lahat, and that's okay. It's okay. It's a learning process para sa atin lahat, di ba? Maging sa sarili ko, I know that I haven't always known everything there is to know about any particular group, di ba? Like, you only know what you grow up with. And for me, growing up in the US, marami din akong mga kaibigan na iba't ibang mga lahi nila. Pero may mga nagsabi na, kung minsan may mga nagsabi na, yung mga puti. Tapos sabi ko, pasensya po. Tapos sabi nila, no, hindi ikaw, Jared. Hindi ikaw ang tinatulakay na ang tinutukoy namin. You know, so at least, kahit papaano, I'm glad na my approach to this has definitely been about cultural humility. Kung may ginagawa tayo na hindi tama, edi matuto na lang tayo. Hindi kailangan na maging sobrang galit, di ba?
Yeah.
Like, I think mas lalo lumalala yung problema kung ayaw tanggapin na may problema nga. And even though this isn't all Filipinos, this isn't, you know, kahit ako, siguro at one point in my life, I said something that was not sensitive, you know, and I didn't mean anything mean. I wasn't being masungit. Kulang lang ako sa kaalaman. Diba?
Yeah, it happens. But like I said, actually, if you are being called out for a mistake, dapat you analyze that. Instead of retaliating. Maybe you can actually learn from that, because sometimes every time the only way to solve a problem is to recognize that there is a problem.
Tama.
Yeah, that's the only way that's the only way you can go and find a solution, because unless you accept that there's a problem, you will continue to do it.
Tama.
Yeah,
exactly.
It will be a normal behavior.
Tama. At isipin din natin, kahit siya, di ba, siguro may backlash din siya kasi nag-edit siya dito. Sabi niya na, thank you for the kind comments and messages. Please know that I am okay. This post is not a generalization, which is why I said some. And I was not sure of the language these comments are from until reading some of the comments. In case it's not clear, I don't think all Filipinos are racist. That would be ridiculous to say. Diba? Ridiculous ang ganyan bagay.
It's ridiculous to generalize na all Filipino or anyone, all people or anyone is racist. There might be some, but not all. Like sabi, may kasabihan nga, not all fingers are equal in length. Yeah, so there are different people's different mindsets. So yeah,
and so she even made a second post. Nag-follow-up siya to Filipino fans. I'm sorry if my previous post caused any harm. And then tingnan mo, nag-share siya ng mga positivity. Nag-share siya ng positive comments din na nanggagaling sa mga Pinoy. So, hindi naman niya layunin na i-bash or i-generalize. It's just sometimes kinakailangan natin i-shed light or maliwanagan sana tayo, 'di ba? Tungkol sa mga iba't ibang katunayan ng buhay. Our experiences are different, If I didn't grow up, 'di ba? Kakampi, kanina sinabi mo sa akin na tinawag ka, or sinabi mo dito sa live stream, tinawag kang Bombay, tinawag kang 5'6", hindi ko man alam kung anong 5'6" na yun. And then, di ba, siguro yung mga ibang kakampi dito, siguro narinig lang nila yung Bombay na yun, na hindi nila alam kung anong ibig sabihin, di ba? Pero ngayon, natututo tayo sa'yo, di ba? Natututo kami sa'yo sa naging karanasan mo.
Yeah. Like,
So,
yung sa'yo, you experience tawagin na Hey Joe.
Yes, pinag-usapan natin yan kanina. Yeah.
Yes, ako tinatawag ako. Pag may mga hindi nakakakilala sa akin, oy, Bombay. Yeah. This is insensitive. Pwede naman, you can use naman, pwede naman sabihin na, hey sir, hey ma'am. Diba? You can use the general, general word na for a male and a female. Sir, hey sir, hey ma'am. That's at least respectful.
Diba? At alam ko, kahit sa karanasan ko with may nagsumigaw ng Hey Joe, is naintindihan ko na may kasaysayan kung bakit nagiging Hey Joe dahil sa mga sundalo ng US at maraming nagmamahal, maraming gumagalang sa mga sundalo ng US noong panahon na yun. Kaya, Hey Joe, alam ko na hindi yan bad intentions. Pero ganoon pa man, kung ikaw ay isang naglalakad sa daan na sobrang init ang araw, naglalakad ka ng mahigit 20 kilometro sa isang araw, tapos may sumisigaw ng, hey Joe, Alaska man, what's up man? Like, mararamdaman mo na singled out ka, mararamdaman mo na hindi ka tao. Like, so over time, that can hurt. And kung minsan lalapit ako, sasabihin ko, hindi po ako si Joe, and it's just like ngayon na hindi nalaman ng tao na mali pala yan, okay, yan na ang panahon na iwasan, na alam mo na hindi pala totoo, na hindi pala magandang sabihin. But if you just continue to defend yourself, if you just continue to get angry about, pero mabait naman ang intention ko, ikaw ang dapat makibagay. Well, pagdating sa racism, pagdating sa mga prejudice, hindi ho yan ang tama. It should be the person who feels the brunt of the insensitivity that is the one that has the right to discuss how it makes them feel. And sana may empathy nga, di ba? Sinabi mo kanina, Kakampi.
Yeah, empathy is really important because it goes a long way if you show someone you care.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Another point na kasi actually it happened to me in elementary. I came to the point na parang ayoko nang pumasok sa school. Because
Kakampi?
every day.
Kakampi?
Hello?
Hey, Kakampi. Ulitin mo.
Hello? Okay. Naririnig? Okay.
Oo. Yeah.
I came to a point sa nung time na elementary ako. It was around grade 3. Grade 3 ako noon. Dumating ako sa punto na ayoko nang pumasok sa school. Too much bullying sa akin because ako since in my childhood sakitin ako eh.
Ano ka? Pasensya may
sakitin ako eh. I have asthma. I had asthma, yeah. But sa ngayon, since I've grown, more on na-control ko na siya because I have more knowledge regarding my sickness. So, na-ano ko siya, na-maintain, na-ano ko na siya, na-control ko na siya. But, nung childhood ko, mahina ang katawan ko sobra. I can't do sports. Konting bagay lang hinihingal ako. So, yun, mga pagtatawanan ako, lampa, ganun, tapos Bombay, ganyan, yung halo-halong may racial, may due to my condition, my health condition. So, there came a time na parang sabi ko, ayoko nang pumasok kung ganyan lang. Yeah, umiiyak
At
ako sa
sobrang
bahay.
nakikalungkot yan.
Yeah. Sabi ko I told my mother na I don't want to go to school anymore. Yeah. I came to that point. So, like I said, we don't know what the person receiving the comment is going through.
Yeah.
Malay natin may depression yung tao. So, will we be helping if pagtatawanan natin siya or asarin natin or bibiruin natin, something like that? Yeah, like I said, empathy. Empathy is a big thing. Yeah,
Tama.
empathy will 100%. Go a long way. Yeah.
Hindi natin alam. Like, I think isa sa mga halimbawa, di ba, napag-usapan din natin ito kanina bago tayo nag-live, is, di ba, yung karanasan kung minsan na yung mga magulang, kung anong sinasabi ng mga magulang sa kanilang mga anak kung pasaway sila.
Yeah. Yes,
diba?
Sa amin, sa Indian community, it's more prevalent talaga, yung panakot na yun. Actually, I've heard it since childhood ko talaga, since I was born here. I've heard
ano pala yung saktong sinasabi?
Like, pag hindi ka sumusunod sa magulang, kukunin ka ng Bombay, ganun. Yun yung panakot nila eh. Yung Bombay, kukunin ka ng Bombay, sige ka, pagka hindi ka sumunod sa akin. Mga ganung simpleng, mga ganung bagay na yun yung parang nila para to get the child in line.
Yeah. Ginagamit sa paraan ng pananakot and disiplina. And I've experienced that too. Kung minsan pag dumadaan ako, like may mga magulang na sobrang frustrated sa kanilang anak, tapos sasabihan nilang anak, kung hindi ka titigil, kukunin ka ng Puti na yun. And it's just like, bakit mo sasabihin yan sa kanila? Like, may paka-racism talaga yan.
Yeah.
Like, it's very specific. That white person, yung Indian person, diba? They're kukunin kanila. That's very, very painful to hear that. And I remember kung minsan, like, hearing someone like a tita or something ng kapitbahay ko dati, like, umiiyak yung bata, tapos sabi niya, manahimik ka dyan. Okay na. Sige nga. Sige, kukunin ka niya. And then sabi ko, bata,
the term they will use is kano. They will,
kano.
The term they use is kano. Yeah. For Americans. Yeah.
At sinabi ko sa kanya. Sinabi ko naman sa kanya, sabi ko, okay lang yan, bata lang yan. Natural lang sa mga bata na umiyak. Like, bakit pa problemahin pa? Like, bakit idadagdag ng racism yon? Like, hindi kailangan. Hindi rin dapat. Diba? So, ulit, hindi to generalize. Pero
sometimes kasi, like I said earlier, we sometimes do things without thinking the bigger consequence of our actions.
Tama. Sabi niya, please let this be the last post I or other queens have to post regarding hate. Let's get back to spreading love, celebration, and making pageants fun. Root for the girls. They deserve to be celebrated and spoiled. And lahat naman tayo, di ba? Like, they've worked so hard. Give them the best gift you can give anyone. If you're not sure what that gift should be, I'll help you out. Give them love. Nothing else. Just love.
Yeah.
And how wonderful is that? Sobrang ganda ng mensahe niya. Ganon din, I noticed may konting issue siguro yung mga ibang tao na akala nila na sasabihin natin lahat ng Pinoy ganito, ganyan. Hindi talaga. And just bilang reminder sa lahat ng bago dito, hindi po natin nilalahat ang mga Pinoy. Just please hear our stories, what we've experienced. Sana may empathy lang. And I would love to say one of the wonderful things, diba? Yung contestant, yung si Rabia Mateo. Gaano kaganda ng ginawa ni Rabia, Miss Philippines.
Yeah.
Tingnan natin dito. Sabi nga ni Rabia. Yan. Ito, basahin natin to. Rabia Mateo yesterday apologized to her fellow Miss Universe contestants and urged Pinoy fans to stop bullying them. In a virtual media conference, Mateo appeared bothered by the complaint of Miss Canada Nova Stevens, who shared a few screenshots of the racist comments she had received from Filipino fans on social media. It makes me really sad. I saw the post of Nova earlier, and I feel really sorry for her because nobody deserves to be in that position, Mateo said. She already apologized to Stevens and to Miss Thailand, whose fans have also been involved in a public feud with the Filipino beauty queen supporters. She also told her fans to be kind. I learned in this industry that people tend to be cruel. We should not normalize that aspect. When you see something is not right, you correct it. You have the power to do so. People are listening, she said. That's why I think it is best way for me to shine kindness and spirit of being humble. So regardless of what type of competition we are in, I hope the Filipinos will still be able to be respectful. Now, ganon din, tulad ng sinabi natin kanina, hindi po ito nilalahat. And I think it's wonderful yung ejemplo na ipinapakita ni Miss Philippines, Rabia Mateo. That's a great example to be. She didn't do anything wrong. She didn't do anything wrong, but she's still apologizing. You know?
Actually, gracious. That's just showing empathy lang naman dun sa kay Miss Canada, since like I said, na-understand naman niya na it's hurtful. Those comments were hurtful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
100%.
those who wrote those comments should actually apologize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a simple apology will go a long way.
And may mga nagsabi, may mga nabasa akong comment, parang pinapalaki mo lang ang issue na ito. Nagiging propaganda daw. Hindi po ito propaganda. Nangyari nga. Kahit one person lang, nangyari nga. And it's important to, instead of getting defensive, calling out the actual issue, which is being racist. The issue isn't, so may nagbanggit na, ganito yung propaganda ng designer, mainggit siya kasi Laos na siya dahil Filipino designer siya at hindi daw siya pinili na maging contestant, hindi siya pinili na maging designer para kay Miss Philippines. Well, I mean, anong masasabi mo dyan, Kakampi? Like, di ba, wala naman masasubstantiate na totoo yan na may masamang hangarin or layunin.
Regarding naman dun sa designer, if there's an evidence, maybe you can just file a case against her or him or whatever. I don't know the gender of the or I don't know that person kasi I just learned today kung ano yung issue na yun. Mm-hmm. Actually, sir, Kakampi, I'll just gusto ko sana mag-comment kay Mr. Monji regarding
saan
niya.
Monji? Ito? Yeah. I don't think racism. Okay.
Will go away. It's a cultural thing daw. It's actually sa totoo naman na it's a cultural thing, but if we educate ourselves properly, maybe I'm not saying it will go away instantly. But
mabawasan.
Maybe we can actually try to learn to understand each other. Na hopefully there will come a day that racism will never exist.
Yes. Paunti-unti, di ba?
Yeah, I don't think na hindi siya totally mawawala. There will come a time that this will go away. And it will come at a time na lahat tayo educated na. regarding sa iba't ibang mga tao, sa mga difference natin. We are all different, we are all unique.
Yes,
We
tama.
must understand that.
Tama.
Yeah.
And I agree with this. We are trying to mitigate and lessen the problem. Tama. 100%. I don't think porque it won't go away, racism won't be go away, ay magiging justification para hindi tayo matuto.
Yeah.
Para maging tamad tayo pagdating sa bagay na yun. Like, we should be educating ourselves. You
Yes,
know?
like I said earlier, for us to be able to solve a problem, we must first realize that there is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So if we generalize that it won't go away, we're just continuing the problem.
Yes,
diba?
Tama. And gusto ko ito, by the way, Kakampi, cultural appropriation should be in the curriculum, 100%. And by the way, Kakampi, mayroon isang YouTuber na gusto kong ipakita sa inyo. Actually, sana nakasali siya kanina dito sa live stream namin. Kaso lang, hindi pa siya available ngayon. Pero manonood tayo ng konting clips tungkol sa isa sa mga nangyari sa kanya. Isa siyang Nigerian, hindi ko alam kung may halo siyang dugo na Pinoy, pero napakagaling niyang magtagalog. I think matagal siya nakatira dito kung wala siyang dugong Pinoy. And isa siyang Nigerian na nagsasabing basically tinatalakay niya yung mga racial issues na nararanasan niya, na napapansin niya. And so I would like for us to go ahead and review some of this kasi masasabi siguro ng tao na, oh, that's paminsan-minsan lang yan. Well, let's at least just go ahead and learn from the experience of other people. I mean, kahit kay Kakampis Jerry, yung sinabi niya, yung 5'6" na sabi sa kanya, yung Bombay na sabi sa kanya, yung, kukunin ka ng Bombay. You know, ang mga bagay na yun, nakakasakit. Muntik hindi nag-askwela si Kakampis Jerry dahil sa mga ganyan bagay, mga Kakampi. Like, so dapat pang baliwalain natin, idadma natin ang mga ganitong problema. Ngayon na pinag-uusapan ito sa isang malaking platform, sana mas lalo pag-uusapan natin sa halip ng ginagawang, oh, let's not talk about it. Pretend na hindi nangyari. Good vibes lang. You know? It won't go away on its own.
Yeah.
Ito. So let's go ahead. We're going to go into here. Okay, so ito si Mimi Felicia. At tingnan nyo mga Kakampi, she has 2,220 subscribers. Please, punta kayo sa channel niya, Mimi Felicia, and we're going to get her on the channel soon. Please show her some love. She has sobrang makabuluhan yung content niya. I love it so much. I just started following her the other day.
Videos, I think
so, ito.
Really, entertaining. Hopefully this video makes you guys smile. But before we get into it, I'll give shout out to my top 2 favorite comments from my last video. So my first favorite comment from my last video is from Mark.
So,
thank you so much. And next is from my friend Julie. I love her comment. And I really appreciate her always.
So tingnan niyo yan mga Kakampi, she's bringing out the positive sides. Pinapaliwanag din niya na may mga magandang mga salita sa kanya. But she highlights something here. She's talking about the weird and mean comments she gets. So tingnan natin. What is it like to have a chocolate girlfriend like you?
Oh.
Hindi ba medyo nakakasiwa yan? Like, it's not about her being a person. It's about being a chocolate.
Yeah, they objectify na nila yung tao without even knowing her first.
Yeah, tama. Oh, look, and then she uses humor. She's like, ano bang ibig sabihin? Toblerone ba ako? Kit Kat? So, at least marunong din siya na in good humor, But let's hear more what she has to say.
Mas madami kasi pinaproblema ang Pinas kaysa sa racism.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
From Kirin Kane Kongkoy. This is a little long. He was like, mas madami kasi pinaproblema ang Pinas kaysa sa racism.
Diba?
America lang naman talaga ang pinafocus masyado ang racism. Oh, so that's a bad thing?
Okay, so yeah, diba? Like, masyado, actually, ito din sana ang isa sa mga comments ko is, bakit sa US lang? Sa US lang sinasabing may racism. Alam mo, sa US, siguro dahil sa US, halo-halo talaga ang mga iba't ibang lahi. Kung iniisip natin yung Pilipinas, gaano kalawak yung diversity dito? Maybe in Metro Manila, but still, how many percent? It's going to be 98% pa rin na Pinoy. Like, diba? So I think that that's a little naive, like, to say na, oh, nangyayari lang yan sa US. Samantalang, ikaw mismo ang nagiging racist mindset sa pakikasabi na that doesn't happen here.
Yeah, actually, yes. I agree. Ang hirap paliwanag nitong ano na to.
sige na. Okay lang, Kakampi.
Sometimes mapapa-facepalm ka na lang talaga. Just, like I said, a small problem is still a problem.
Yes.
Now,
well, and but Kakampi, saglit lang.
Yeah.
Yung sinasabi niyang maliit na problema, ang tanong ko sa iyo, yung ayaw mong mag-eskwela, maliit na problema ba yan para sa iyo?
Yeah, hindi. No. Actually, if I stop, buong education ko until today, hindi ako I wouldn't have the same educational status as I have now.
Mm-hmm. Now,
maybe my life will be actually different compared to what I have now.
Oo. Yeah, may sasabihin ka. Oo.
Like sabi ko nga, a small problem, if we generalize this into a whole country ang kino-compare natin, yes, it could be a small problem. Since how many percent lang naman yung issue ng racism dito sa Pilipinas. But like I said, a small problem is still a problem.
And it's not a small problem for the people who are actually experiencing
or actually experiencing it. Like ay sabi nga, may kasabihan dito na pagka isang bulok na kamatis ihalo mo sa mga sariwa, nabubulok din 'yun.
Yeah.
It will only take one small problem and magugulat ka na lang if you don't do anything about it, it will grow into one big problem.
Tama. So, wala naman masama na matuto lang, di ba? So, ituloy natin.
Bigger issues than race dito sa Pinas.
Okay. So ibig sabihin, baliwalain na lang dahil may ibang problema.
Kasi maliit lang daw, baliwalain na lang natin. No, I don't think that will actually serve anyone.
Lahat naman ng mga problema dapat natin harapin. Dapat natin pag-usapan and try to get some resolution, you know?
Yeah.
And just because it isn't your problem, just because ikaw mismo ang hindi nakakadanas, halimbawa, mga iba't iba yung mga lahi ng mga kaibigan ko nung school. Siguro sa akin, you know, kung halos makaedad tayo, Kakampi, if, you know, nalaman ko na ayaw mo nang mag-eskwela dahil sa mga racism na sasabihin sa'yo, ako mismo ang talagang nakakasakit yan sa akin kung narinig ko yan kung makaklase tayo, you know, I'd hate that and I would be sure to say something on your behalf, you know?
Yeah. Ang ganda ng point ni Chong Romy TV, the denial that there is a problem itself is a problem. Tama. Because sabi nga natin paulit-ulit kanina pa, the only way to solve a problem is to recognize that there is one.
Yes.
That's the only way you can come up with a solution for that problem.
Tama, 100%.
And for me, the solution with everything is educate yourself.
Yes.
Let's all educate ourselves because it's our duty to educate ourselves so that we may be better parts of a society.
Tama.
Better members of society.
Para mas lalo tayo magiging aware, di ba? And we can help educate other people as well. Di ba? Ituloy natin.
What you're saying is that because there's poverty and people have nothing to eat, we can't tackle racism. alam mo kasi, palibasa hindi ka nakakaranas ng racism, kaya nasasabi mo yun. Kaya
Yun.
feeling mo ang racism is something you just put to the side. No, racism is as big as a problem as every other thing. You can't invalidate people's problem.
Yes,
Kung
tama.
makaranas ka ng racism, baka iba yung magiging comment mo na to. Next. Tumas yung blood sugar level. So, next comment is from Ronald Caliva. I find black women hot, especially when they wear pek-pek shorts.
Wow.
What? Manya ka ba?
Wow.
Bakit kailangan pek-pek short? Parang, why do you have to find us hot when we're wearing pek-pek short? Ano ba yun? Alam mo, kung talagang you like black women, kahit nakamaong or long skirt kami, you're gonna find us attractive.
Yes, tama.
Yeah.
Okay ba pek-pek short? Next comment is from Erenio Balged. Magpakasal ka sa Pinoy at bigyan niyo kami ng higanting lahi.
Oh my gulay.
Sa Nigeria. Period. Whoa. So yeah, pa. Period. Okay. I like the bad. Walang racism sa amin. Wala sa loob nila yun. Ignorante kasi dito na ibang bansa. Pag higante kaharap nila, tignan natin kung dito natatakot sila. It's like a good but bad comment. Because like, yeah, I get it. You want us to stand up for ourselves. Pero bakit igante? Can you guys stop calling us igante? Kasi we're tall.
Wow.
Daming pwedeng terms. Matangkad na lang. Naman yung higante naman. Oo naman.
Oo.
Naman.
Narinig niyo naman yung manok dyan. Siguro nasa Pilipinas siya ngayon sa tingin ko. Kawawa naman yung mga victim. Paano yung bumaba yung self-esteem nila at dinala nila yung ganon hanggang pagtanda? Yeah, yung mga iba pa, di ba, nagpapakamatay sila, di ba? Dahil sa mga ganitong problema.
Like I said, depression, tapos magiging suicide.
Oo.
Mauuwi sa suicide.
Yeah,
sad.
tama.
Very sad.
Tama.
OMG, Mimi Felicia. You don't look like a typical Nigerian.
Ooh.
And you simply look devastatingly attractive. Whoa,
Like, ano ba ang ibig sabihin noon?
Attractive. Di ko kung compliment to naman. Parang devastating, parang and beautiful. I am just sorry to say that I am already married with a typical Filipino girl before I saw you. Grabe
Oh
ka.
my gulay, ang weird.
Grabe ka sa mo. Sino yung asawa mo? Kunin mo na si Benji. And he continues, nevertheless, I'm happy to hear from you that you like or love the Philippines. And I like your interesting impression. You better look for a Filipino boyfriend and stay with him forever in love.
What?
Narinig niyo yan?
Yeah.
Filipino boyfriend, ano na? And like, stay with him forever in love and enjoy togetherness in your adopted country. Uy, adopted na pala ako sa Pinas. Yay. Come visit Olongapo City.
Oh,
my
Olongapo.
God, nakakaloka
Tumira ko
talaga
doon.
yung asawa mo talaga.
Malapit doon.
Filipinos are pretty. Next comment, The Last Samurai. Wow.
The Last Samurai.
If you're sensitive and too much of a SJW, what is an SJW?
Social justice warrior.
Better stay in the USA. Again, hindi ako taga-USA. I'm not an American. I'm not a Black American. I am a Nigerian. You see that flag? Nigeria, okay? A full-blooded Nigerian. So I'm
Full-blooded
not from the
daw.
US.
Yeah.
Other countries don't go by the same book. Now you're calling them ignorant, which is somehow condescending and won't get you too far in a country like the Philippines that really take pride in their country and their culture.
Okay, so maraming bagay dito I think na pwede natin talakayin. It's like hindi ba like there's backhanded compliments sa mga iba like you don't look like a typical Nigerian. Like ano ba yung mga ibang Nigerian pangit like 'di ba?
Yeah.
Like ito as a proud Pinoy, nakikapanghina talaga pakinggan tong mga comments na ito. Yeah, I'm glad, Kakampi. I'm glad that that's your perspective. That's what the perspective should be, sana.
Yeah.
Like, you know, what was it? She said only SW. What did that person say? Only SJWs and like only in the USA. Like it's like you're trying to isa itong logical fallacy, a red herring. It's like
Yeah.
you're trying to distract from the actual issue. Like,
Yes,
invalidate.
yes, actually this type of comments happen to me too. Sasabihin sa akin, kung ayaw mo dito, you go back to India. Kung puro ka reklamo dito, you go back to your country. Ang hirap kasi sa ganun. Paano tayo matututo kung pagka napuna tayo, lagi tayong agad, umaatake agad? Maybe ang nauuwi tayo sa either character assassination or yung mga racist na you go back to your country. Like for me, I example ko sa sarili ko. I have never lived in India. What will I do there?
Yeah.
That country for me is foreign. This country for me is my home. I was
You're
born here.
Pinoy.
I have lived
Yeah.
I have lived here my whole life. This is where where I know I belong. I every time I go to India, I get homesick. Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
So, ang weird talaga ng comment na ito, no? Like, it's like, binabaliwala and then saying
Yeah.
that, you know, it's just because you don't experience it. Ganito din ang sinasabi sa US. Hindi porket hindi mo nararanasan ay hindi siya totoo, hindi nangyayari. So,
Yes, I agree. This is actually I think another regarding dun sa dating naging issue na is yung toxic positivity. You think it's positive but there is a problem inside.
Yes, tama.
Na ayaw nating tanggapin at ayaw nating harapin. We are in denial.
Tama.
And there is a problem.
At alam nyo mga kakampi, isa sa mga sinabi ko noon, siguro hindi nyo alam ito kung paano nasimulan yung Puting Pinoy. Yung dahilan kung bakit napasimula itong channel na ito ay may pinanood akong video kung saan naging racist ito. Isang matandang babae na puti sa isang pila sa USA. Okay? Naging racist siya laban sa isang Filipina at yung asawa niya na Mexican-American. So Filipino-American and Mexican-American sila. Tapos talagang na-trigger ako doon sa sinabi niya. Pero alam nyo pa kung anong nangyari? Binasa ko yung comment section at purong, like, hindi ako nagbibiro. Halos 90% ng mga comment. Ganyan kasi ang lahat ng mga puti. Ganyan kasi ang mga tao sa US. Ganyan lahat.
Yeah.
So, paano yan? Paano ako? Puti ako, pero may pusong Pinoy. So, paano ako? Kaya ganyan yung tawag sa channel, Puting Pinoy. Puting puso, puso na may puting, puti na may pusong Pinoy. But that's way too long. Kaya Puting Pinoy na lang. You know, so this channel was started dahil naging racist din yung mga Pinoy laban sa mga puti. So sana maganda nga itong pagkakataon para, you know, may bagong matutunan.
Yeah.
Ano ba ang sabi ni Charles? Tingnan natin.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Oh, okay, cool. Kakampis, sharing an experience. I'm also an Indian. Sa tuwing sumasakay ako sa public transports, either may magka-cover ng ilong, yung katabi, o pagpapabango. Siguro iniisip mabaho ako. Wow, yeah.
Yeah,
That is
that's another prejudice sa mga Indians na sasabihin nila amoy sibuyas.
Oh, yeah.
I get it. May mga Indians na especially yung mga galing talaga sa India, mahilig sila sa they eat raw
like
onion.
Okay, is it? But
Yeah,
that's a cultural thing, diba?
Yeah, that's a cultural thing. Kaso there are Indians like us. Now we are born here. We know how to operate dito sa bansa na to. We know how to act here.
Mm-hmm.
We understand the country. We understand lahat kaso na-generalize Lahat kayo mabaho, lahat kayo ganyan, lahat kayo may sibuyas. No, we're not.
Yeah, tama. Yeah, that's sorry to hear that, Kakampi. Let's continue to hear what she says.
So, ang issue nga dito is because I did a video where I said some Filipinos are ignorant, which is true naman, di ba guys? Hindi ko na
At ganoon din, may mga ignorant na mga Puti, may mga ignorant na mga Indian, may mga
Yeah.
ignorant na mga black people, di ba? Like
Yes.
hindi, di ba? And ganoon din, what is ignorant? Like we're talking about a specific thing. And for her, she was saying specifically pagdating sa racial sensitivity, cultural sensitivity, yan ang kulang sa napansin niya sa kanyang karanasan, di ba? So,
Yeah.
she's not saying you're stupid. She's saying you're ignorant pagdating sa bagay na ito, which is true.
Yes.
Not everyone, but there are few ignorant Filipino people when it comes to races and other culture. So kung pinapabalik, if you're telling me that I'm sensitive, maybe you're the sensitive one because you're the one leaving this comment. And I'm not gonna go back to my country. Bigyan mo muna ka ng Pilipinas. Char. So next comment is from Hamed Anderson. This was about my video about black men in the Philippines. Sabi niya, you must be talking about non-American black guys. No black guy in the Philippines will waste their time with a black chick when they're surrounded by Pinoys.
Wow. Wow.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Ano ka ba? Hindi naman.
It's like binibiro lang niya, ginagawa niya lang biro, pero
Yeah.
hindi ito dapat birohin kasi ganito yung tunay na nararamdaman niya, yung tunay
Yeah.
na nangyayari. And that's really sad. I think sa ibang pagkakataon, pag-uusapan din natin yung colorism na nangyayari dito sa Pilipinas din, you know.
Another thing na I like to point out, actually there are comedians. Sa totoo lang, there are comedians mostly have experienced injustice in their lives. You can actually ang dami
Is it-
kong nakita mga komedyante na
Oo.
dinadaan kasi nila sa comedy. They take out their frustrations through comedy.
Yeah. And totoo yan.
Yeah.
It's a psychological
There's-
thing. Gawin mong
there's-
biro kasi ano
Yeah.
pang magagawa mo.
Yeah, we can't do anything. Kung ayaw naman magbago ng tao, then just make jokes out of it. Then,
Yeah.
But in the inside, yung outside na facade na pinapakita ng tao is actually sad. It's a sad thing inside na kailangan niya mag-resort sa ganyang bagay para lang makayanan niya kung ano man yung pinagdadaanan niya.
Pero may isa pa Kakampi. Mga Kakampi, isa pa. Siguro ginagamit din nila itong pakikitaon sa pampapatawa na may matutunan ng tao.
Yes, actually may mga comedies na gano'n na may subtle hint na they try to educate someone about racism, about other social injustices na nangyayari sa buhay ng mga tao.
Oo.
But sabi ko nga, it's really a sad thing na sometimes people have to resort to these kinds of things just to educate someone.
And by the way, gusto ko lang i-point out saglit. Hindi ko alam kung saan tayo ngayon pagdating sa mga comments at lahat. But let's see here. Puting Pinoy. And I'm going to click on this. It's interesting to me na kanina. By the way, mga Kakampi, kung hindi nyo pag ginawa, sampalin ninyo ang like. And it's interesting to me na bago man nasimula nitong live stream na ito, may 3 dislikes agad. They don't even know what I'm going to say. They don't know what we're going to say, pero they're like, no, whatever it is, hindi yan totoo, I'm not going to accept it, at ayaw ko na sa'yo, at pangirang Tagalog mo. Like, you know, like that's, ganyan na yan. It's really sad. Okay,
nakakalungkot.
let's check this one.
If they're not gonna waste their time with a black chick, I'm gonna date a Filipino guy too. There's like 100 million Filipinos. Okay, there's so many options to choose from. Char. No, not all black guys. Not all black guys are dating black girls, and not all black guys are dating Filipina. It doesn't really matter, guys. If they want to date whoever they want. So next. Next.
Wow,
comment is
Nagariana
from
Grande.
Alto
Thank you.
Wade
Next.
Sometimes I just crack up with these names. Wow, even Filipinos hate blacks. Hoy, hindi ah. Grabe ka. Filipinos don't hate blacks. Most Filipinos don't hate blacks.
Yeah,
Your
that's a good
facts
point. That's a good point
So,
din.
notice a pattern here.
Yeah.
What do you mean a pattern? The only pattern I see here is a hate pattern, a pattern of negativity that's coming from you, because blacks are amazing. And if you don't like blacks, if you hate blacks, then we hate you too. Crazy. Hilarious, you guys. I'm just wondering, how do people wake up one day and literally just decide na, I'm gonna leave this weird comment on this person's YouTube channel. Ito nakuha nyo. Kaya magliiwan pa kayo ng comment dyan. Babasahin ko yan lahat. Anyway, that is all comments. That's all of the
Yan.
comments that I've read. I hope this video made you guys smile at least, even not laugh. I started something chill and I really had fun reading this comments. So hope you guys also enjoyed the video.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe.
So, mga kakampi, I think it's interesting na para sa kanya that was comedy, and I actually left a post here. I'm excited to do one of these. I'd love to do some hate comments. So, kung nandito ang isa sa mga haters ko, please leave some good hate comments para para may content ako. Anyhow, I commented. I said I'm excited to do one of these. Oh, dang, the chocolate comment. And then sabi ko, damn, medyo di nila alam na racism ay isang malaking issue din. Ayoko talaga sa mga ganyan isip. Please join my stream at pag-usapan natin. Di talaga dapat isang tabi. Sila, walang racism. Tapos yung comment nila mismo, racist pala. Diba?
Yeah.
So kung may mga haters or bashers ako dito, please leave a juicy hate comment. Oh wait, my super sticker. Salamat Kakampi Charles. 99 pesos. Salamat dyan Kakampi. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, sayang hindi siya nakasali, no. Maganda sana yung mga insight niya dito sa topic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I do agree. By the way, mga Kakampi, please subscribe kayo kay Mimi Felicia.
Yeah.
She's underrated. She needs a lot. I think she deserves a lot more attention. At may insights siya na marami talaga tayong matututunan sa kanya. So please, mga kakampi, check out her sampalin ninyo ang like sa kanyang mga video at sampalin din ninyo yung subscribe sa kanya.
Yes. Let's subscribe to channels na yung magbibigay sa atin ng mga magandang information, mga magandang matututunan natin sa buhay, because these are things that we can absorb and put out and use it in our own lives, diba?
Tama. Let's see this one. I think, in my own opinion, Kakampi, in our modern world, the worst influencer of racism, I think, is social media, because people tend to believe in hearsay rather than to investigate or think first. And I think medyo may konting katotohanan, pero I think that social media also highlights things that are happening that people are in denial of as well. So yes, kung minsan pinapalaki yung mga issue, like for instance, di ba karamihan sa US, I've heard it said that, sa US lahat ng tao racist. May mga natatakot na pumunta sa US kasi akala nila racist ang lahat. But that's not how it really actually is kung sa tunay na buhay, you know. That's an example where I think what you're saying is true. Pero at the same time, kung may mga nare-report or nababalitaan tayo na naging racist issue, I think we should also really take that seriously and learn from it as well. Baka naman we didn't know a certain thing, like, racist pala yan. And ganyan palang iniisip mo kung minsan. Like, mabuti, may bago kang natutunan bago ka nagsalita ng ganyan. You know.
Okay, I have my opinion naman on this one. I don't think social media is actually to blame.
Okay.
Because social media, if we think about it, is just a tool for people to express their opinion. Ginagamit is a tool na people use to express their opinion. So, in that sense, for example, you are driving a car. A car is a tool to take you from point A to point B. Now, it's up to you if you want to drive slow and safe or you want to drive fast and recklessly. Diba? It's the decision lies with us. We as the humans, the ones who operate the ones who use social media, we should be responsible. We should learn to be responsible. And also, like paulit-ulit sinasabi na don't believe everything you read. on
Yes,
social media.
tama.
Critical thinking means digging deeper. Not just believing everything na nababasa mo or nakikita mo sa isang article. No, learn to investigate. Alamin mo kung hanggang saan ang kaya mong alamin sa isang bagay. 'Di ba?
Yeah.
That's your responsibility. That's our responsibility.
Tama.
If you want to be productive members of of a society, dapat marunong tayo sa mga ganyang bagay.
Tama. Tingnan natin itong comment na ito, Kakampi. Diyan ako nakikipag-away sa mga group sa kapwa ko Pinoy dahil sa sobrang paka-racist nila. It is sad na maraming talagang Filipino na racist. And, you know, like kahit siguro yung mga ibang tao sasabihin nila, pag foreigners ang nagsasabi, baka maapektuhan yung tourism, baka maapektuhan yung ganitong bagay. But, I mean, lahat naman tayo dito ay nagtatagalog tayo, di ba? So this is a Filipino issue. Kaya actually it's a buong sangkatauhan issue. But kaya pwede tayo mag-usap tungkol sa mga issue. Like hindi naman na kailangan iwasan ang lahat ng mga paksa kung saan tayo uncomfortable, you know?
Yes, actually, it's a worldwide issue. Racism is a worldwide issue. But if we can start with this country, we can actually set an example to the whole world that if we can do it, you can also do it. Diba?
Right. Tama.
It will actually send a great message to other countries that we have gotten rid of racism in our country. You can do it too. You can also do it.
Ano pala, is there any type of definition na pwede natin ibigay para mas lalo makakapag-isip ang tao? Like, kung ano ba ang racist? Siguro we can give some principle idea. Kasi I think para sa akin is the idea, racism siguro, or prejudice is the idea porket ikaw ay isang lahi or kabilang ng isang lahi, ay automatically ganito ang mga katangian mo. Ganito ang mga hilig mo. So it doesn't even have to be negative. Halimbawa, yung mga magsasabi sa mga Black Americans, saan ka nagba-basketball? You know, or you know, like like mag-uusap tungkol sa NBA, like hindi lahat ng Black Americans ay mahilig sa basketball. You know, so it's like yung mga ganyan bagay.
What if yung kausap mo music pala ang gusto?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So
yeah.
Actually, another general siguro na I think there's a saying, di ba, Confucius na don't do unto others what you don't want to be done unto you. Yeah. Treat others like the way you want to be treated. So that should be the golden rule that everyone should live by.
Yeah.
Diba? If you want respect, if you want to be respected, respect others.
Yeah.
Diba?
Tama.
Instead of going, hey Joe, hey Bombay, hoy Bombay, why not go, hey sir, hey madam, hey ma'am, diba?
Yeah. And then
respectful comments.
Yeah, and then kung gusto mong makilala ang tao because you're curious, mausisa ka, wala pa akong kaibigan na ibang lahi. Lapit ka na lang and then makipag-usap and dahan-dahan.
Okay. Oh, sir, what's your nationality? Oh, I'm Indian. Oh, okay, sir, can you tell me more about Indians? Ganun, what are your culture? What are your things like that. So mas respectful.
Tama, exactly. And that's good. I'm glad that you're watching that, Kakampi. That's awesome. Na racist ako mostly against. Yeah, so salamat and being honest and open about that fact. That's great. American history is about racism and discrimination. Until now, many Americans don't realize U.S. is multilanguage, multicultural, multiracial country. I mean, I think alam ng lahat na multiracial, multilanguage, multicultural. Ang hindi alam ng mga ibang Amerikano ay dapat tanggapin ng taos puso yung mga tao kahit saan sila nang gagaling, But yes, there is definitely a problem doon. Oh yeah, here we go. Sabi nga ni Charles, Indian loves curry, but they hate Steph Curry. Joke lang. See? Okay. But isang halimbawa dito, like Indian si Charles, diba?
Yeah.
So yung ganyan biro makes sense as an Indian person to say that,
Yeah.
diba?
We can joke about our culture.
Mhm.
Yeah, the same way Filipinos can joke about theirs. 'Di ba?
Yes.
They
Tama.
siguro mga within if magkapareho kayo ng culture, maybe you can do your own jokes. Walang problem doon. But if you're going to go across culture jokes, then hindi mo alam na sensitive pala yung joke na yun, na hindi nakaka-insulto pala sa lahi nung kabila. Then
Yeah, tama.
that's the time that we have a problem.
Tama.
Yeah.
100%. Well, let's see here. Just food for thought. You cannot control other people's actions towards you, but you can control your response to them. I don't know. I don't know. Para sa akin, it's like medyo problematic din yan na sabihin na, hey, ikaw ang nakikadanas ng racism, pero wag ka na lang magpadala. Like, it's like, I don't think that's fair either. Like, we can't say, not everyone can do it. Lack of self-confidence. I choose to remain silent in real life. I mean, it's like, you can't just say, go ahead and don't let it affect you. Like, kung hindi ka yung tao na nakikadanas, I don't feel like that's fair to, to say that.
Kakampi, if I may, I think
Yes.
you've seen the movie Coach Carter,
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I think, if I may quote lang dun sa movie, I think this is kasi ito ever since tumatak sa akin tong quote na to, yung kay, yung what's your greatest fear?
Oh, yeah.
Sabi nga, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear that we are powerful beyond measure. It's our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us.
I find
You
that
see-
interesting.
Yeah, if you have you have an obligation to speak out if you see something wrong happening. That's why we have freedom of speech. It's for that exact purpose. Now, if you try to remain quiet, if you choose to remain quiet, then you are just part of the problem.
Tama.
Yeah.
I agree 100% on that.
Like the only way to solve a problem is to speak up that there is a problem. To recognize that there is a problem. Then that's the only time we can go forward and move towards a solution.
Kakampi, let's go ahead and address this really quick. So, isang magandang halimbawa ito sa mga sinasabi namin kanina is that hindi porket ganyan ang tawag and wala naman sigurong masamang layunin ay okay lang. You need to consider, well, we need to consider what the people's feelings and thoughts are. Like, yes, naiintindihan natin, kahit si Kakamping Jerry, naiintindihan niya na kung saan nanggagaling yung salitang Bombay is because of Bombay City. Diba?
Yeah.
But that's, anong sinabi mo dyan, Kakampi? Kanina, anong palagay mo?
Like I said kanina nung nag-usap tayo, we're Indians. We are not Bombay. Yeah. Mumbai is Mumbai actually. Mumbai it's called Mumbai now. Before it was Bombay.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
renamed Mumbai. Mumbai is a city in India. So we're not calling Filipinos Manileños, diba? Because
Yeah.
not everyone is from Manila,
Yeah.
diba? So we use the general term Filipino because you're from the Philippines. That's your citizen.
Yeah.
That's your citizenship. You're a Filipino. So in the same sense, we are Indians. That's the correct term. And there's another actually mga running jokes since childhood ko na Indian pana, kakana-kana, yung mga ganong term. Those are actually, I think they are referring to Indian Native Americans.
Yes.
Yeah. We are not the same types of Indians.
Well,
Those
that's
are
the funny
different.
thing. yan ang isa sa mga bagay. Actually, kanina may iba akong kausap. And nung bata ako, Indian, because that's the word that's used doon sa US
Yeah.
para tukuyin yung mga Native Americans. But nalaman ko, that's a good example actually, is basta Indian. Yan ang akala namin na okay lang na sabihin. Na hindi pala. Because isa, hindi man sila Indian. Pangalawa, Native American sila. And that came
they're
from
Native
Columbus. Mhm. And then, ganun din, tinatama ko rin yung mga tao pag sinasabi nila, puro ka bang American? Tapos sasabihin ko, bansa ko lang yung American. Kung American ako, yan ang Native American.
Yeah.
You know, yung lahi ko is mixed European, a bunch of European, like British and, you know, Scandinavian, etc., etc. But yeah, not all comments have are hate rooted. Yes, tama. Not all comments are hate rooted. It is ignorance. It is a matter of offensive comments or racism in its true sense, and it's, you know, that can always be corrected. You know, I don't like racism because it's not good. Dapat hindi natin sila pinagtatawanan. Dapat maging good example tayo sa iba. Yan sabi ng daddy ko. Ah, good. You've got a good dad. Oh, okay. You're the good dad. Good job. Good job. You're a good dad. Well, mga Kakampi, please, magtatapos na siguro tayo. But thank you so much sa lahat na nandito, lalong-lalo yung mga nandito sa pinaka similar. Wait, don't forget your Viking roots. You know, I gusto kong matutunan pa, but I did go ahead and get this like thing. But you know, interestingly, you know, this is a funny thing too. What is lahi? What is culture? Like, because for me, I'm so far separated from. I don't know. I would love to learn more. Like, I would love to learn more. But your culture also, diba tulad sa'yo, Kakampi Jerry, you're Filipino. You're Filipino in a sense. You grew up in the Philippines and you spent all of this time, you know, so even though hindi ka mukhang Pinoy, you are Pinoy in your heart and in your life experience.
Yeah.
You know?
And actually, sa totoo lang, regarding this whole idea about cultures, let's not forget based on in human history, the earlier ancestors natin are nomads. So how do we know now for all those traveling that they did? Na ngayon, hinahati natin yung ating mga yung bawat tao sa pamamagitan sa lahi, sa kulay. Baka pag nagpa-DNA test tayong lahat, may you know, there are yung genes natin sometimes magkakaano lang based on ethnicity. Yeah.
Pero yung life experience natin, it could be something completely different. Paano kung inampon ka? You know, like Korean ka, and then there's a lot of Koreans who get adopted in the US, you know?
Yeah.
Like things like that. Ay, tapos na, haha, sad, late kasi. Kakampi, just watch it back. And ganoon din, mga Kakampi, yung mga tao na, you know, ngayon pa lang nandito, please go ahead, watch from the very beginning yung live stream na ito. I really enjoy. Okay, yeah. So we've had a really nice time, mga Kakampi. Thank you so much sa lahat. And I'm going to read just a couple more comments, and then we're going to go ahead and head out. But let's see here. Whoops, bakit hindi pinapakita? Okay, what's worse, nagiging physical na yung nature ng racism to the point of elimination of a certain race. Look at what happened to Jewish people during World War II, Khmer Rouge in Cambodia under Pol Pot. Yep, true, Kakampi. But those all start with just simple ideas, simple comments, and simple, diba, hindi naman yan agad-agad nagiging violence, diba?
Yeah.
So it's important to remember too that it all starts from somewhere. I'm ashamed of racism in general. I feel her as a victim of physical racism. As a victim of physical racism myself, people must be sensitive and more careful pagdating sa pagsasalita nila. Yes, salamat Kakampi.
Yeah.
I think that Bombay term is nakasanayan because of bad habit ng mga Pinoy regarding sa pag-utang sa kanila. Yeah. So, that's something that, you learn, no?
Yeah, you can
You
work
learn.
it out. Pwede mong matutunan na when someone explains that we are Indians, siyempre, yun lang. Simple. That's a
Yeah.
simple explanation. We can learn from that. Then
Yeah,
hopefully
exactly.
one day, actually we don't need those terms na dapat eh.
Yeah,
Indians,
tama.
Filipino, Chinese, Koreans, we are all human beings. We
Yes,
have actually
tama.
we are the ones who created our boundaries. Now
Yes.
we ask for unity, but we keep on creating these boundaries na I don't know what's the purpose.
Yeah. I mean, mas gusto ko sana na mas nakafocus din tayo sa mga subcultures. Halimbawa, mahilig ako sa gaming. I like playing, The Last of Us or God of War. Mas masaya kasi that has no ethnicity. That's based on what we choose.
Yeah.
That's based on what our interests are. Not, it's independent kung anong lahi natin.
Yeah. They call me 5'6", but I don't do that. I'm actually I'm a PC repair technician.
Mm-hmm.
And also I'm a travel agent.
Yeah, there you go. Yan si Jerry. Hindi siya basta Jerry the Indian Filipino. He's Jerry the computer tech savvy guy, Ganyan
Yeah.
yan. And that's where we really learn to pahalagahan ng mga tao. And ganun din si Jerry din, isa din sa gusto ko sa kanya is he cares a lot about philosophy and logic and reason.
Yeah.
And I don't know kung natuklasan mo ba yung channel through Kabatas Natin na si Attorney Libayan or
yun sa inyo both through Doc Adam.
Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah.
He was the first. Then nag-start yun nung kay Doc Farah. Then sinuggest kayo ni YouTube.
Okay.
Una kay Doc, si Attorney, then yours.
So kung minsan, you don't drink, but I was gonna say, sana ginaman si Blue, mag-inuman tayo. But yeah, I love this. There's a band I really love called Inter Shikari. They're from Britain. And I actually got them to speak Tagalog. It's really funny. They're a post-hardcore electronica alternative group. And isa sa mga kanta nila is like, fear begins to vanish when we realize that countries are just lines drawn in the sand with a stick.
Yeah, actually, I agree. There are actually no true boundaries. We can see any kind of landscape. There are no true boundaries. Like for example,
So
what is
created.
Yeah, that was created by us. We humans created the problem. We humans divided ourselves. Now, we ask for unity in a time that we are so divided on so many issues. Yeah, that's a problem. We created a problem that we are trying to solve, but is unsolvable because we are not ready to admit that what we did was not right.
Tama. I love the song Imagine by John Lennon. I feel like that should be our ideal bilang sangkatauhan. That's a great song. I love it. Thank you, Kakampi, for sharing that. And thank you so much, Kakampi Jerry. And
yeah,
thank you so much. This was so much fun. Thank you, Kakampi Ira, Miss Canada. Yeah, I really appreciate it. I think that talakayin siguro natin yung mga nangyayari sa Olympics about Black Lives Matter or magboto na lang kayo, magmungkahi kayo. I'm thinking we could maybe do there was something that isang Kakampi sent to me about a guy marrying 50 years older than his Filipino wife. I was thinking about maybe doing a video about that. Kung interesado kayo doon, sabihan nyo na lang ako. At ganoon din mga Kakampi, gamitin natin yung hashtag na nakalagay dito is walang panalo sa racism.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yun mga kakampi, maraming salamat and love our time together, and I look forward to seeing you all again tomorrow. Kakampi Jerry, maraming salamat sa pagkasama nito. If ever you want to join again, you know, I love your insights, I love your comments. So,
yeah,
you know,
sure.
Sweet. Well, mga kakampi, huwag kalimutan na sampalin ang like, sampalin ang kampana. Siguro kung generous kayo, sampalin din ninyo ang share. And hanggang sa ulitin, appear tayo.